Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Today we're tackling something that's already changing the world in a million ways. Artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
We'll be looking closely at a YouTube video called The Role of Artificial Intelligence in Everyday Life.
From a channel called The English Glode.
Exactly. And, it's kind of funny. A lot of people, when they hear AI, they think of robots and spaceships.
Science fiction.
Right. But AI is already all around us.
It really is. It's working behind the scenes of a lot of stuff we use every day.
So let's just jump right into it. Think about the last time you asked Siri or Alexa to set a reminder or check the weather. Boom. That's AI.
It is. Those voice assistants use some pretty complex algorithms to understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
They figure out what you mean, and then they, actually do the thing you asked for.
I remember when those first came out, I thought it was kind of gimmicky.
Right.
But now, I use them constantly.
I know. It shows how fast AI is getting better and better and becoming part of our lives.
And what I think is really cool is the more you use them, the more personalized they get.
Yeah, they learn your voice and even what you like.
Have you noticed how online stores seem to know exactly what you want to buy before you do?
Oh, yeah. That's what they call machine learning. AI looks at everything.
Yeah.
It sees what you bought before, what you looked at online, even stuff you do on social media.
Right.
And then it guesses what you might want next.
I got to admit, it's a little freaky sometimes.
Oh, I know.
How did Amazon know I needed a new coffee grinder?
But it's also really handy.
True.
You save so much time shopping when they just show you stuff you'll actually like.
It's like having a personal shopper, but digital.
Totally. And think about Netflix, too. Or Spotify.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
AI suggests what you might want to watch or listen to.
Based on what you've picked before?
Exactly. They analyze tons of data to see patterns in what people like.
That's so wild.
And they get it right a lot of the time.
It's like having a friend who gives the best movie recommendations.
That's a good way to put it.
And it's not just fun stuff either. Think about Google Maps.
Oh, yeah.
Or Waze. AI is crunching all this data.
Right.
To find the best route, even with traffic and road closures and stuff.
I remember back in the day, we used to have actual paper maps.
I know, and printed directions.
Ugh, the worst.
Now I just get in the car, tell the app where I want to go.
Yep.
And it just takes me there.
Totally. It even avoids traffic jams.
And this is really just the start. Yeah. We're already seeing self-driving cars.
I know. So cool.
Which use AI to navigate and make decisions in real time. Imagine just chilling in your car while it drives you around.
That sounds amazing. You could catch up on work or something.
Right. Or just enjoy the view.
I know. It feels so futuristic.
But it's becoming real.
It is. These cars have sensors and cameras and all these AI algorithms.
Yeah.
And they can figure out their surroundings and make decisions.
It's mind-blowing.
It really is. It can change everything about how we get around.
Make it safer, less traffic.
Yeah.
Even help people who can't drive themselves.
Exactly. It's huge.
Yeah.
And that's just one example of how AI is going to change so many things.
And it's not just about making things easier or more convenient. It's also changing things like healthcare.
Yeah, AI is being used to diagnose diseases.
Wow.
And personalize treatment plans.
It's like having a medical superpower in our pockets.
One of the coolest things is how it's being used with medical images.
Oh, yeah.
Like X-rays, CT scans, MRIs, that kind of stuff.
AI
can analyze them super accurately.
Wow.
Sometimes even better than human doctors.
Really?
Yeah, I read this article about an AI system that could spot lung cancer.
Yeah.
In CT scans, way earlier than doctors could.
That's incredible.
It could save so many lives.
That early detection is key.
Totally. And it's not just about images either.
Yeah.
AI can look at all your patient data and find patterns and predict what might happen.
So it can help doctors make better decisions about treatment.
Exactly. It's like having a personal health consultant.
Wow.
That can analyze your medical history.
Yeah.
Your genes, even your lifestyle.
And then they can create a custom treatment plan.
Exactly. And it's not just for individuals.
Oh, interesting.
AI can also look at health data on a huge scale.
Like, for everyone.
Yeah. So it can predict disease outbreaks, for example.
Wow.
And help public health officials know what to do.
That's amazing. So it's like a global health watchdog constantly analyzing data.
I like that.
Yeah.
But it's not just about staying healthy either. AI is changing how we work.
Oh, yeah. Good answer.
It's automating tasks, streamlining things, even creating whole new jobs.
That's crazy.
It's really changing the workplace as we know it.
You know, think about all the stuff we do at work every day that takes forever.
Like what?
Like scheduling meetings and answering emails
Others.
And writing reports. AI is already doing a lot of that for us.
It is, and it frees up our time to focus on the stuff that really matters.
The more creative, strategic stuff.
Right? And as AI keeps getting better, it'll do even more.
So what? You're saying I could have like an AI that analyzes market trends for me?
Totally. Or writes marketing campaigns.
No way.
Maybe even gives career advice.
It would be like having a whole team of experts
Yeah.
available at any time.
Exactly. It's wild. And it's not just about making our existing jobs easier.
What do you mean?
Like, we're also seeing these new types of jobs popping up.
Oh, like what?
Well, there are these things called collaborative robots.
Collaborative robots.
Yeah, they're called cobots for short.
Cobots.
They work alongside humans.
Oh, interesting. So like in a factory or something.
Yeah, they could do the dangerous or repetitive tasks.
Right.
While the humans focus on more complex stuff.
So it's like they're working together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a cool example of how AI can make us more efficient and productive.
And this isn't just happening in factories, is it?
No way. Think about customer service.
Oh, right.
Like those chatbots you see on websites.
Yeah.
A lot of those are powered by AI.
Really?
They can understand your questions, give you information, even solve problems without needing a human.
I've noticed that they're getting a lot better.
They really are. They can handle more complex stuff now.
Yeah.
Like they can make personalized recommendations.
Right?
Or even complete purchases for you.
It's kind of blurring the lines between talking to a person and talking to a machine.
It is. It's making those interactions a lot smoother and more intuitive.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. And as AI keeps getting better, we'll probably see a lot more of that in customer service.
Yeah.
And tons of other industries too.
It's kind of mind-blowing to think about.
It really is.
This is just the tip of the iceberg, too.
Totally. There's so much more to explore. Yeah. It's really changing how things work. But it's not just about making things easier or faster.
No.
AI is even getting creative.
Wait, what? Like, AI can actually be creative?
Yeah, really. It can write music, poetry, even visual art.
I always thought that was something only humans could do.
It's definitely pushing the boundaries of what we think of as creative.
So how does that even work?
Well, AI can look at massive amounts of data, like music or art or books, and learn how it all fits together, the patterns and the rules.
So it learns the style.
Yeah. And then it can use that to make something new.
So it's like copying.
Well, it can be. But some AI goes beyond just imitation.
Really?
There are systems that use algorithms to make completely original stuff.
Like what?
Like totally new melodies for music or abstract paintings.
Wow.
Even stories with unique plots and characters.
That's incredible. Makes you wonder what creativity even means if a machine can do it.
I know, right? It's a big question philosophers and artists are thinking about a lot right now.
It's like we have to redefine what human expression is.
Yeah.
If machines can express themselves too.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
It really is. This whole conversation about AI is making me question everything.
Haha.
But okay, let's shift gears a bit.
Okay, yeah.
Something that's been on my mind is, like, with all this automation, what about jobs?
Yeah.
Are we all going to be out of work soon?
It's a big concern for sure. People are talking about it a lot.
Right.
And some jobs will definitely be automated.
Yeah.
But AI will also create new jobs.
Oh, interesting. So it's not just robots taking over. It's more like the types of jobs are changing.
Exactly. We need to be ready to adapt and learn new skills that work with AI, not against it.
What kind of skills?
Things like creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, complex problem solving.
Those are things AI can't really do.
Right. Those skills are going to be super valuable.
That makes sense. So it's more about humans and AI working together.
Exactly. We each have our strengths.
Okay, that's kind of reassuring. But we can't ignore the downsides either.
Of course not. There are definitely ethical things to think about.
Like what?
Well, as AI gets more powerful, we have to make sure it's fair, unbiased, and that we can understand how it's making decisions.
I've heard about, like, algorithms that have biases built in, especially with things like hiring or loan applications. That's scary.
It is. That's why it's so important to develop ethical guidelines and have diverse teams building these systems.
To make sure everyone's perspective is considered.
Exactly. And we need to really test the algorithms.
Right.
To make sure they're not biased.
So it's not just about the technology itself. It's about human values, too.
Exactly. We're the ones putting our values into these systems.
And we have to make sure they're good values.
Absolutely. AI is reflecting us back to ourselves.
It's like a mirror.
It is. We need to approach it with a sense of responsibility.
Right.
And remember that it can be used for good or bad.
That's a powerful thought. Okay, so thinking about the future, how do we even prepare kids for a world where AI is everywhere?
We got to rethink education completely.
Really?
It's not just about teaching them to code.
So it's not just about tech skills.
No. We need them to be critical thinkers, creative, adaptable, and ethically aware.
Because AI is going to raise all sorts of ethical questions.
Totally. We need to give them the skills to thrive in a world where AI is constantly changing things.
So we're not preparing them for specific jobs, but for a future where things are always evolving.
Exactly. We have no idea what jobs will even exist in 10 years.
That's crazy.
The most important thing is to be able to learn and adapt.
I think you're right. Man, it's a wild time to be alive.
It is.
This whole AI conversation is seriously eye-opening.
I know, right?
It's not just technology, it's changing everything about how we live.
It really is. It's making us ask really deep questions about what it means to be human.
Totally. And how we want to shape the future.
Exactly. It's a mirror to our values.
Right.
Our hopes and our fears.
It's a powerful tool.
It is. And the choices we make now will determine what happens next.
My mind is blown. This is so much bigger than I ever realized.
I know.
I feel like I'm just scratching the surface here.
And that's what's so cool about it. The more you learn about AI, the more questions come up.
Yeah, it's definitely a journey.
It is a journey we're all on together.
Well, listeners, that's the deal with AI.
Yeah.
It's not just robots and sci-fi. It's about us and the choices we make.
Right.
Before we go, though, let's go back to that YouTube video we mentioned.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
The role of artificial intelligence in everyday life.
From the English Globe.
It's a great way to see how all this stuff is playing out in our day-to-day lives. They talk about everything. Personalized recommendations.
Right.
Smart home devices. Even how AI is changing language learning.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part. They talk about how AI can be a really useful tool for people learning English or other languages.
That's amazing. Like, imagine having an AI tutor.
I know.
That designs lessons just for you.
Yeah.
Based on how you learn best.
There are already apps and platforms doing that.
No way.
They use AI to personalize the whole learning experience.
Wow.
Even simulate real-life conversations.
That's incredible, like having a language partner right in your pocket.
But, you know, it's important to remember that real human connection is still key.
Absolutely. AI can be a tool.
Yeah.
But it can't replace actually talking to people.
It's all about finding the right balance.
AI as a tool, human connection as the heart of learning.
I like that.
Okay, but zooming back out again, AI isn't just about making things easier.
Right.
It's raising all sorts of questions about the future of work, what it means to be creative, even what it means to be human.
We're on the edge of something huge.
Yeah.
We just don't know what it'll be yet.
Okay, so we've talked about jobs going away. and the ethical challenges.
Mm-hmm.
But bigger picture, what kind of society are we creating with AI?
That's the big question.
Yeah.
We have to decide what role we want AI to play in the future.
Will it make things better?
Yeah. Will it help us solve global problems?
Right.
Make the world more fair? Or will it just make things worse?
I mean, it could go either way, right?
It really could.
And that YouTube video, it doesn't shy away from these tough questions.
No, it doesn't.
It encourages viewers to think critically about how AI is going to impact them and the whole world.
Like, they ask this really thought-provoking question.
What is it?
How do we make sure AI benefits everyone?
Oh, wow.
Not just a select few.
That's so important.
It is. We have to be really careful.
Yeah.
That AI doesn't just widen the gap between the rich and the poor.
It's a real danger.
It is. So the question is, how do we navigate all this?
It feels like we're making it up as we go along.
Uh-huh. Yeah, in a lot of ways we are.
Is that a good thing?
Well, it can be. It means we can be thoughtful about it, make conscious choices about how we develop and use AI.
So we need to keep ethical considerations at the forefront.
Absolutely. We got to make sure AI aligns with our values as a society.
Things like fairness, transparency, accountability.
Exactly. We need to ask the tough questions.
Yeah, like
who benefits from AI? Who's at risk? How do we make sure it makes the world a better place?
This is so much more than just a tech issue.
It really is. It's about the kind of world we want to live in.
Exactly.
And these conversations need to be happening everywhere.
Yeah.
Not just with tech experts, but with politicians, ethicists, everyday people.
Someone's got to be involved.
Totally. The future of AI is in all of our hands.
Okay, so that's a lot to think about.
It is.
What can we do as individuals, like, to actually make a difference in all of this?
First of all, stay informed.
Okay.
Learn about AI, what it can do, the good and the bad.
So educate ourselves.
Yeah, and talk about it.
With each other.
With everyone. We have to discuss the ethical stuff.
Be active, not passive.
Exactly. And we have to advocate for responsible AI development.
How do we do that?
Support companies and organizations doing things the right way.
Okay.
And demand transparency.
From the people making these systems.
Yeah. We deserve to know how they work.
What about in our own lives, though? How can we use AI in a way that feels good?
Be mindful.
Of what?
Of how you're using AI tools and processes.
Okay.
Think about what data you're giving them. How could it be used? Make conscious choices about what you support.
So it's about taking personal responsibility for how we use AI.
Exactly. We all have a role to play.
I like that. By being informed and engaged, we can help make sure AI is used for good.
And that's what matters.
For everyone. And remember, learning English can actually help us have these conversations.
Totally. That video even talks about how AI is a tool for language learning.
So we can connect with people from all over the world.
Yeah.
And talk about these big issues.
It's like AI is breaking down barriers.
Yeah.
And helping us build bridges.
That's beautiful.
And using those bridges, we can all work together to make sure AI benefits all of humanity.
I love that. Okay, but let's look back to the details for a minute.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
AI is already changing so much.
It is.
In healthcare, transportation, even the arts.
Yeah. Let's dive into some examples.
Okay, buckle up, everyone. We're going deep again.
One area where AI is really making waves is automation.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that a little bit before.
We did. But it goes way beyond just automating jobs in offices.
So it's not just like robots replacing factory workers.
No, not at all. AI can automate tons of things.
Wow.
From driving cars to diagnosing diseases to even writing music.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
AI can write music now.
I know, crazy, right?
Tell me more.
There are these algorithms that can look at tons of music data.
Yeah.
And then create totally original compositions.
That are good.
Yeah, surprisingly good.
Wow. So are human composers going to be out of work soon?
It's a big debate in the music world right now.
Really?
Some people are worried, but others see it as a new tool.
A tool that can, like, help them be even more creative.
Exactly.
It's like AI is expanding the possibilities of art.
Totally. And it's happening in writing, music, painting, even filmmaking.
Wow. So AI is shaking things up in the art world, too.
Big time.
It's changing how we think about what it means to be creative.
Yeah, and how technology will be a part of art in the future.
This is all so fascinating. But, okay, let's not get too carried away with the creative stuff.
Right.
What about, like, serious issues?
Like what?
Like climate change.
Oh, yeah, for sure. AI is being used to come up with new technologies and solutions.
Really?
To try to address the climate crisis.
Like what?
All kinds of things, like optimizing energy consumption.
Okay.
Predicting extreme weather events, that kind of stuff.
So AI can actually be a force for good in this fight?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For example, AI can help us make solar and wind power more efficient.
So it's helping us use those renewable resources better.
Exactly.
That's great.
It can even help with developing new ways to store energy.
Oh, that's important.
It is. And that's key to making renewable energy more practical.
It's like AI is opening up new doors for clean energy.
Yeah. And it's not just about producing energy.
No.
AI can also help us use less energy.
Oh, like how?
In buildings, transportation, even whole cities.
Wow. So it's making our cities more sustainable.
Totally. It analyzes data about how much energy we use, traffic patterns, environmental conditions.
Yeah.
And it can help us design better infrastructure.
Right.
So we have a smaller impact on the environment.
That's amazing. It feels like AI is giving us the tools to create a greener future.
It is. And it's not just about technology either.
What do you mean?
AI can help us change our behavior.
Oh.
By giving us insights into our own energy use and how much we contribute to climate change.
So it's like AI is raising our awareness.
Totally. And then it can give us personalized advice.
Like what we can do differently.
Exactly. So we can make better choices in our own lives.
It's like having a personal sustainability coach.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's be real.
Yeah.
AI isn't some magic solution to climate change, right?
No,
it's not going to fix everything overnight.
It's a powerful tool.
Right.
But it's just one piece of the puzzle.
So we still need political actions, social change, and people making changes in their own lives.
It all has to work together.
Okay, so it's about using AI along with all these other efforts.
Exactly.
To create a more sustainable future.
Yep. AI can help, but it can't do it alone.
We can't just rely on technology to fix everything.
No way. We still need human ingenuity and compassion.
And determination.
For sure.
This brings us back to the ethics stuff we were talking about before.
Yeah, good point.
We can't just throw AI at climate change without thinking about the potential downsides.
We have to use it responsibly.
Exactly. What are some of the risks?
Well, bias is a big one. And unintended consequences.
Oh, like we try to do something good, but it backfires.
Yeah. And we have to make sure that AI benefits everyone, not just a few.
So using AI for climate change has to be about creating a more just and equitable world for all.
Exactly. Our values have to guide us.
Okay, I'm feeling a little more hopeful now.
Yeah.
It sounds like AI has real potential to help us address this crisis.
It's definitely a powerful tool.
It's exciting. It feels like we're finally starting to see what AI can really do.
It's an incredible time to be alive.
Totally.
AI is evolving so fast.
Yeah.
But we need to be careful, too.
Right. Not just rush into things blindly.
Yeah, we need to be both optimistic and cautious.
That's a good way to put it.
This AI revolution is uncharted territory.
Okay, so big takeaway for our listener.
Knowledge is power.
I like that.
The more we understand about AI, the better we can shape its future.
And make sure it's used for good.
Exactly.
It's a lot to process, right? It feels like we're standing on the edge of something completely new.
Yeah, it is. Exciting and a little bit scary at the same time, you know?
Totally.
Yeah.
So, like, for people who are just starting to learn about AI, what are the most important things to understand?
Well, I think the first thing is realizing that AI isn't some far-off thing.
Yeah.
It's happening now. It's already a part of our lives in so many ways.
We've seen that, yeah.
The apps we use, the algorithms that shape what we see online, It's everywhere.
So this is just the beginning.
Oh, definitely just the start. As AI keeps getting more advanced, it's going to be woven into our lives even more deeply.
Okay, so what can we do to, like, prepare for that?
I think the biggest thing is to stay informed, stay curious.
About AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more we know about it, the better. Both the good stuff and the potential downsides.
So we can make good decisions about it.
Exactly. We need to be involved in shaping how AI develops, not just letting it happen to us.
We need to be active participants, not just passive bystanders.
That's it. We have to ask the tough questions about how AI is being made, how it's being used, and who it's really benefiting. We need to push for transparency and accountability from the people creating these technologies.
Yeah, and have more conversations like this.
Exactly. Not just among tech people, but everywhere. In schools, in businesses, even at home or on the dinner table.
It affects all of us, so we should all have a say.
Right. The future of AI is everyone's responsibility.
So as we wrap up our deep dive today, what's the one thing you hope people take away from this?
I think the biggest thing is this. AI is powerful. It has the potential to change the world in huge ways, both good ways and bad ways.
So it's not inherently good or bad.
Right. It all depends on the choices we make. The choices we make today will shape what happens with AI tomorrow. So we have to choose carefully.
That's powerful. It's a lot of responsibility.
It is. But it's also exciting. We get to be a part of this.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
And listeners, keep learning, keep asking questions, and keep shaping the future of AI.